I'm not your average girl.
It is tea time with the girls.
Let's take it up a notch.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Tea Time with the Girls. Once again, I'm Gia Man-Made. I'm sitting here with four of my good girlfriends. We're in a new area here today. We're not in Manhattan, we're actually here in Brooklyn. We're trying new things out, new sets. So, you know, you as the viewers, since you always say, you know, want something new, tell us what you think of this set. You know, it's not Manhattan, but we do have bookshelves. So,
And we like to read.
yeah, and we love to read, because reading is what?
Fundamental.
But yes, let's go ahead and start off with introducing ourselves. Like I said, I'm Gia Man-Made, and to my right, my left,
Lady Grace.
Selma Dior.
I'm Ashleen.
Fox Giselle, executive producer.
okay. We're going to be talking about a couple things today. Trans breakup and getting through it, you know, for those who need help and those, you know, who want to hear our stories and stuff. Tricking the trade. I know a lot of you guys have been asking us to give you more tradey stories and stuff, so here goes. Let's have fun. And trans social media discrimination. We're going to go around that and talk about it, and let's see how things go. Miss Lady Grace, what's your tea, girl?
My name is Lady Grace, and I just got my bags, and I feel good.
All right, congratulations. And I hear you signed with who?
Man-Made Production.
You better know it, baby. Man-Made Entertainment.
Oh, I'm actually just going through a little breakup right now.
Oh, mommy, I'm
No.
sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, you'll have a second to get, you know, tell us all about it.
My puppy that Fox got me for Christmas last year, she's only 1 year old and she's pregnant. And there's two other dogs that are in mine for the father, but no one wants to take responsibility. So
Wait,
Take her to
how many
Maury.
dogs do you have?
I have one dog, but she was around 2 male dogs
Take her to
Where?
Maury.
last week for Thanksgiving. So I have 2 dogs in mine that have banged her at 11 months.
Wait, but
So-
what other dogs were there?
The family dog in my family, and then my
Okay.
neighbor's dog.
How
and then
thoughtful. of
She
her.
was around. She was around Fox's dog, but Fox's dog is a woman, well, a female, from what I know.
Yeah.
So yeah. So,
What
yeah.
you know?
I don't know. It could be a
Babe.
trans dog. So basically, my baby, my puppy, is expecting. So that's my tea.
And don't you have a Chihuahua?
It's a mini pen.
It's a what?
A mini pen.
Okay, it's a
Mini
Chihuahua.
pincher.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
that's
it's a
not.
miniature
That's not a
pincher.
chihuahua.
Oh, okay.
A mini pen is
I
not.
said it looked like a Chihuahua to me.
No. So that's my tea. So I'm gonna be a glamour.
Are you gonna be a glam mom? Are you excited?
No, because she's bleeding all over the place and she's in pain. It's not. I mean, that's when a puppy has puppies have periods. Female dogs.
We know this, yes.
Yeah.
Working you out.
So basically, everywhere I look is blood, and it's like I know she's scared. So hopefully it goes by. So yeah.
Does she sleep on the bed with you?
Yeah.
Oh no, kick her out the bed, girl.
No, I mean just my baby. But
Well,
you know.
she's bleeding everywhere, honey.
No, I'm saying that's what happens when a dog has her first cycle. She's gonna bleed.
Oh,
It's
okay.
natural. But I'm, you know, she's with me. So yeah.
Aw,
I'm
she's a
there.
good mama.
Yeah.
Miss Fox Giselle, girl, what's your tea?
Oh, what's my tea? I would definitely say that I'm definitely taking it easy. You know, a lot of people have asked me how I'm doing with my recovery. You know, I am actually 15 days clean. You know, so basically, yeah.
Knock on wood, right?
Yeah, knock on wood and everything like that. So I'm really enjoying my sobriety, even though I still have my thoughtfulness, you know, my thought ways. But you know, we're not gonna get into that.
Yeah. You're
So-
only human.
Yeah, we're only human.
There's a little thought in everybody. I swear.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little thought. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started. I was gonna go ahead and try to go be all serious about it, but let's have fun with it, y'all. Let's talk about these trade stories that all y'all been begging Ashleen, Fox, and all the girls to talk more about it. So let's talk about tricking the trade.
Oh.
Well, I'll speak on me. Many years ago, when Miss May was a little girl, she enjoyed, you know, fooling the trade, but then I realized I almost got stabbed for it, and it's dangerous. So, and the older you get, the more you realize that there, like I said last episode, there are men out there who want you more for being trans and being yourself than they are men that don't want you for being trans. You know, there's somebody out there for you, so there's no need for you to trick them. That's how I think about it. But to each his own, girl. I mean, did you ever have a problem with them? Like, did you ever get confronted? Did you ever get, you know, because I remember I'll tell you a story. I gave the boy head, and then my girlfriend, who I thought was my girlfriend at the time, told her my dirt, and then he approached me with
Was she fish?
Yeah, she was fish. It was in high school.
They always do.
This was they always do. This was high school. This was like 10th grade, and I was skipping school just, you know, to dress up and go hang out with, you know, my girlfriend, and I was a big old slut back in the days, and
Back in the days.
back in the days. Back in the days. Just because you have your hand print in cement, bitch.
What are you saying?
But yeah, and then, but it was, I realized that, after almost getting stabbed, I realized that it's dangerous. And then I met more trans folks, and it was more like the two girls that I always speak upon, my two aunts, my two friends. I always speak to them, and they always tell me that, you know, there's men out there that want you for who you are. They want you for being trans. They want you for, you know, it's 2015, y'all.
I'm gonna keep it real here, because this is where I'm gonna keep it real with tricking the trade. You know, I know we're supposed to be all politically correct and talking about like a time he didn't know, and you know, the fact that, you know, that's some of our stories, but that's not my story, because I really get turned on when he does not know. And I have tricked the trade. You know, there was a time where I met this boy at the Target. He was with his homeboys and everything. I was feeling really feminine and fishy and everything like that. And I invited him back to my house, and you know, it's all about setting the tone right. You know, having the lights down low, giving him enough alcohol and enough weed and drugs so he can be numb to everything. And then basically letting him know that I'm on my period, so you're gonna have to go through the back door. So it was kind of like that type of situation, and
really?
You know, I got really turned on by the fact that I had this heterosexual guy up in my butthole, you know, that did not know my tea, and it was just, I got turned on by it. That's just me being real.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, some people don't have the outcome where they could just get turned on and
I'm not advocating
after
this.
that.
I'm not advocating.
You were lucky to, you know, get out of the situation.
I was lucky for this because, you
but
know,
some girls do
he
that.
talked about how he hate faggots and stuff like that, and it just
that's so good. Oh, girl.
You know,
so that could have been that same person could have. So if you would have found out, that could have been your life.
Yeah, I will say this: when I was younger,
but it was a rush. It was the rush of it that turned me on.
Okay, well, I will say this: when I was younger, it was more of a, I was doing it, and it was somewhat of a rush. But it wasn't because I was trying to really fool them. It's because I considered myself a girl. You see what I'm saying?
That's understandable.
I saw myself as trans. I didn't, you know, I was a girl. So this was what's supposed to happen. You know, it just so happened that I was born a little different, and he's not supposed to know that. But like I said, you get older and you realize they're tranny chasing men out there, girl.
There's men that will like it.
There's butch queens out there, girl. So it's like, you know, you gotta have fun with it, and just be real. If you know, like we always say, if you can't be real, at least be real with yourself. You know. So, what about you, lady? What's with Miss Grace? I know you for like 15 years, girl. I know you be fooling the trade all the time, girl.
Miss Carrie Hilson.
Yes, ma'am.
It doesn't have to be intentional. Sometimes it happens innocently, where we assume that they know. Sometimes we assume that they know.
Sometimes we just want to have the trade and we don't want to risk.
Yeah, we all have different stories.
We don't want to risk.
Girl, we get hit on all the time. Don't act your little modest self. You get hit on all the time.
No, it's like
she married. You gotta excuse her.
Like the guys that say they'll say really profound nasty things, and then sometimes they'll come up and want to touch you and talk to you. It's you know how guys can be very brazen, you know.
Yeah.
And then so it's just should I tell him or
so they're coming up to you being sexual?
Yeah, automatic. It's
what would they say?
Yeah, I want to fuck you.
Really?
Yeah,
hot.
So do you think that they know, or you think that they don't know?
No, they don't know, and they're look, sweetie,
You ever had one of those moments where, has anybody had one of those moments, like if you're on the train or a car in a line and some dude whispers in the back of your ear, he's like, if you was really a woman, I'd fuck the shit out of you. You ever had somebody tell you that?
Yeah, I did too.
I never had that.
I've had that. Like, they get your tea, and he's so down with it. Like, and he was just staring, girl, just staring and staring and staring.
You on, like, and it's, I don't know, it's just like.
Well, no, see,
it turns me on more when they don't know the tea, and I fooled them, and I had this straight heterosexual guy, homophobic heterosexual guy that fucked me in my
homophobic, transphobic.
Yeah, transphobic guy.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're playing with fire.
That fucked me in my boy pussy.
Oh,
that just turned me on.
Don't call it that, girl. Ugh, that's horrible. I hate when people call it that.
Oh, you want to be PC now?
No. No, it's just like, okay.
It sounds degrading.
Out of all the things you can call y'all, please call it. Just leave the boy out of it. Call it pussy. I don't
or Barbie pussy. Call it Barbie pussy.
I don't
get the same what the trade says.
But I get them together. I'm like,
but boy pussy sounds like a boy with a pussy.
Right. It'd be like,
and you're more than that.
You want boy pussy. Or you want gay dude. You want a gay dude. You want, you want a masculine, you want a boy with a pussy.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Now, if you
but we understand what you're saying about it.
But I'm with you nowadays in things. I don't do it as much as often, but I do enjoy it. Walking
it's a rush.
I do enjoy doing what I do now is I let them follow and chant, and I just turn them down. I just love it, and I don't so I don't have to tell.
But you like gay boys though.
I do love gay boys, but doesn't mean I like all men. Let me rephrase that. I love all men.
Yes.
And all men.
You gonna say all men love me?
And all men love me. And all men love me. But I do like gay men. But when I'm out in the street, in places like Brooklyn and Flatbush and Bed-Stuy and Brownsville and all those places and East New York, I'm gonna get a lot of those type of guys that want to follow and hey and look and you've walked around with me, you've been with me, so it's like I enjoy being
all of us.
snooty.
I mean, everyone, all five of us, we're all going to attract a man, a straight man. I mean, it's only going to happen because we're trans women, and men are attracted to women.
I like being snooty though to the straight men.
Oh,
like, damn, ma, they come here and they're like, you can't speak, and I just keep talking, doing this, or peace, or peace.
But let me ask you this. Let me ask you girls this. How does it feel when he's so masculine? He comes up to you like, yo, mom. What's up? What's up with it? How big your dick is? How does that make you
in front of everybody?
No. I'm talking about like one-on-one. He's pulling you in with his masculinity.
I'm all excited.
And he asks you how big your dick is.
I'm excited.
That's a turn off.
It's a turn off?
Yes,
Why is it a turn off?
Because I'm not into that.
No?
No.
Okay.
You want a real man?
Yes.
Oh well, I love it, honey. You're gonna scare me first with all this masculinity.
Really?
You like that?
What?
I mean, are you like the type of guy?
No.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, speak up. Go ahead.
What? No, go ahead. Tell me.
No, you were talking
about when a guy says how big's your dick? How does you how do you react to that?
Stuff like that?
No, I don't get turned on by that. No.
So what do you say back to that? Like if somebody said that?
City, no.
He's not going down like that.
Not like that.
Yeah, because some girls don't acknowledge that part. It's like they're not, like you don't acknowledge it.
No, that just turns me off because
we used to have a girl on the show that used to say that, that she called it her pussy stick.
What's it, Milan? Oh, sorry, was I not supposed to say her name? Hey, girl.
No. This was no shade, but no. A lot of girls feel that way. They will acknowledge it and say that it's their pussy stick. So.
Yeah. Well, a lot of girls find their penis to be a burden.
Yeah,
do you feel it to be a burden, like in your transition? Like, do you feel like it's like a part of you that you don't want to, like, that you don't like?
Yeah.
So you do want to get SRS?
Yes.
You too, Selma?
I don't know because I like to come.
That's what I'm saying, girl. I
don't like to use it though. Okay.
Oh, that's like weird. Because once you get the SRS,
you don't come you cannot have your dick and suck it too.
It's possible. You just have to be patient with yourself.
You like to come, but you don't like to use it. So
yeah, it's just so. I don't know. It's just so weird.
So how do you come?
She rubs her hands together.
She starts a fire.
She starts a fire with her hands.
So wait a minute. So basically, you don't like the idea of you having
to penetrate someone.
A chi dick, but you like to come from it.
Yeah, girl.
Because once you have the SRS,
do you like the boys when they munch on it? Do you like them from the munch on it?
No, not really.
You don't get turned on like that?
Oh, I love to get munched.
No.
Like I never had sex
That
with
is
a
so
girl.
fun.
Listen, when a man walks
you have
up,
a masculine guy that munches on you and swallows you up and just
when a man walks up to me all masculine and says, "How big is your dick?" I said, I can show you better than I can tell you. It's like a heaven sent man. Thank you, Jesus. Have mercy. And if he's sick, something.
Yeah.
Hey. I'll make a faggot out of him since. What else? Anybody else got on that topic about the trick and the trade? Anybody else want to share anything else about that topic?
I always get it wrong. I always think they always know, and they don't know.
What about that time that you were telling me yesterday about the Snapchat thing?
Yeah, I was talking with this boy on Snapchat, and he actually came to my house, and I told him to. He said he didn't know.
Wait, you told him to see in the house
Well,
or
when
before
he parked, when he got to my house,
Why
and
would
he
you
parked.
do that?
I don't know.
It's dangerous,
Coming
girl.
into your home.
Yeah, but he's already here. He's not gonna say no, you know. But
Girl, no.
So you didn't tell him. So you basically.
well, the whole time he thought I was a girl, you know, because I never told him over the phone or anything. So when he told me he was on his way to my house, I went into.
Do you have family here in New York?
No, I live in LA.
Oh, you live. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I'm
So
from
you're
LA,
just a free spirit. I love it.
So yeah, that's what happened. He didn't like it, so he didn't come in. So
Oh, so you did tell him?
yeah, I did tell him.
Oh, I thought you had him.
No, I
and
didn't
then-
have him.
Oh, I was like,
no, I
I
can't.
told him when you parked.
she's a. Oh, when she. Oh.
That's
You
a
should have told
trap.
him when he got in and he pulled his dick out.
No, because that was
What?
more risky, you know.
Why would?
And
What
that's
if he was
not more than
carrying
one
like a
instance,
weapon?
You know, that's just the one time.
Because he would have already been compromised and his sex drive would have been already up. Because I remember back in the day, this is how I used to trick the trade or so far get the trade. I would, you know, when Black Planet, I'm about to show my age here, when blackplanet.com was the T, I would wait until they get to my house, take off their clothes and be like, so you know what's up, right? And then basically half of the time, 95% of the time, they were with it. Because they had the attitude of like, well shit, I'm here now.
Well, it doesn't work with me.
That. Okay, well, I learned also.
That was before internet.
Like, yeah, right before internet, right? Yeah, that the internet plays a big part on men liking us now, because back then it was like you can only catch us on Maury and Jerry Springer, and it's not even, you know, but like at the gay clubs. But now it's like we're everywhere, you know. Thank you, Caitlyn Jenner.
Shay.
So, okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on. The next one is we're gonna talk about, this is fun, yes, I know. Trans breakup and getting through it. Does anybody have any trans breakup experience? Has anybody been with a husband he's broken your heart or anything like that?
I have.
Have you?
Yes.
Talk to us, sister. Tell us.
Well, it's been for 8 years already. So.
4 years?
No, 8.
8 years that you've been with him? Okay.
Yeah, that's a long time.
8 years, really?
Yeah.
Lucky you.
Trans years. That's like
yeah,
100
lucky
years.
her. Lucky her. This is a man?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a country boy.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. All right, bitch. Yes.
Well,
it's a black boy?
Yeah.
A black? All right, bitch. I'm going to have to turn my side on. What did you do to get you an old country man?
Well, I
5
met
years?
him in LA.
You met him in?
Yeah.
I've been told I have to get a piece out. All right, well, tell me about it, girl.
So, it's been a year since he moved back to, Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
So now I just find out like he's dating a real girl.
Okay.
So that kind of breaks my heart a
So
little
it's
bit.
this woman.
How did you find out?
He left, yeah.
Well, she actually sent me a message on Instagram and Facebook.
Really?
Yeah, because he's on my Facebook,
Uh-huh.
So I guess she saw him comment something on my picture. So she was just asking me what was the deal with
But how old are
him.
you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to talk about my age. I'm 28.
Okay, and how old is he?
Oh, he's 32.
32. Okay, y'all was together
Yeah.
for 8 years. So y'all been
It's
together for a while.
I met his family, his mom, his
Yeah,
brothers,
okay.
and everything. So
Do they know your tea?
no, they don't know my tea.
Oh, okay. He knows your tea.
Right,
Well,
he knows your tea,
he knows
right?
my tea,
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, can you imagine one hell of a secret to keep that one? Like, no, stay on your side.
Yeah, he knows my tea. And
All right,
everything,
fish.
Okay.
But it's just a little bit hard right
So this
now.
whole time he had another girl.
Well, I think it's been like 3-4 months because I was just with him not too long ago, and I never saw his phone ringing or anything,
Oh, so while you were with him, he was secretly dealing with a biological female.
For a year.
Yeah, well, he's been in Atlanta.
Were y'all together? when this was happening?
Well, yeah. I'm assuming that we were because, you know.
He was at your house and
we
eating
were
your
talking on the
food
phone
and,
every
yeah.
day and stuff, you know.
Okay.
So how did that make you feel when you found out that he was dealing with a cisgender woman?
Well, I think it kind of hurts me more than if it was a tranny girl or, you know, then.
I don't know, for some reason I feel like I could deal with the girlfriend.
I couldn't deal with a T-girl. I couldn't. I think it would hurt.
I mean,
Really? Okay.
because I feel like it's natural when a man is attracted to trans women, like they call them a chaser.
Right.
You just it's to know that he's gonna want foxes. When a man is attracted to women, you might be the only trans that he's dealt with or dealing with.
No, because with girls it's different because you don't have what they have. So
that's true.
Usually,
that
But
means
they don't have what we have.
let me interject because I feel like
that means that he's already
like
for
yin yang.
what you have. So that means that he don't like what you have no more. So he's looking for something else. So, you know.
Or he's trying to please society.
men are dogs.
Yeah, because
I don't think so.
there's men that will there's men that will marry women and then secretly seek trans women because that's what they desire. They desire a chick with a dick. You know, they dream of.
I think the reason
But
that
every man wants it. Every man. Excuse me. Every man. I feel every man will eventually gravitate to a woman, be a cis woman, just for the simple fact that every man wants at one point bear a child, and that's the
Or
one.
have society's approval.
And
I don't think that has no.
That's one thing we cannot provide for them, baby. We can provide homes, hearts, love, care. We can't provide children. That's
they can
probably,
only do so much with us. You know what I mean?
They can do everything.
Yeah,
but
I don't
have
think
children.
so.
They can do everything but one
I
thing.
think that's one of the very important things about a guy needs to realize about dating a transgender woman is that we're very limited on what we can provide for them. But if he can understand that and if he can be there for us for the long haul, then, you know, he's a keeper.
I think that they will for only 3-4 years. After that, it's just not.
But how'd you keep him for 8? You had him for 8, girl.
Girl, I don't even know how I did that.
You really don't, huh?
So when you found out that he was dealing with a cis woman, did you feel less of a woman?
Well, a little bit.
Yeah,
Kind of hurt my feelings a lot.
What makes you
honestly.
question yourself, like, you know?
Like you're not woman enough.
Yeah, like, you know, we don't.
But you
Yeah,
know, just
it kind
so
of
you
makes
know,
it like he really wants a woman. You know.
well,
That's
I mean,
really
if you want SRS, it can happen. So
But I don't want it though. You know.
Oh,
You don't want
okay.
it.
So then, yeah. So he's not the guy for you. So
Yeah.
enjoy your life, enjoy being young. But in time, there will be by 2020, there will be a surgery where trans women can give birth, men can give birth.
Yeah,
I don't
they were talking
believe
about-
that. I really don't
They were
believe
talking
that.
about where the male can have a uterus.
I don't believe that because our bodies were not made for that.
I think it's gonna happen. but I
Our
don't think it's
bodies
gonna
were not
happen
made for
in our
implants
lifetime.
either. There's
But it's gonna be
Right, but
science is changing.
I think we're gonna be old women by the time it happens.
I think
It's
somebody
happening.
they will die.
You probably have to be more intersex.
Yeah, you would have to.
Yeah.
You have to have some type of cavity, not cavity, but space. Did you?
From your space from here to here.
Yeah, like we're not built. Like unfortunately, y'all, I'm sorry.
Nothing's impossible.
Nothing's impossible,
Yeah.
but right now it doesn't seem plausible because in a way we need that space that we don't, that only women, you know, have to bear children. And I feel like, me personally, I'm gonna say me, I feel like that's, until I see a tranny pop a baby out, I'm not gonna believe it.
wouldn't like.
I don't think I would
wouldn't
do
go.
it.
Nah,
Well,
no. Oh, I would.
That's the only
Yeah, I
thing
would.
That's
I
the
would.
only thing that would
If I
make
could-
me get the sex change. If I knew there was a guarantee that I could get pregnant, I would get the sex change like that.
I would.
I would say goodbye to this dick like nobody's business.
I think I will get it if I know that I'm really gonna be satisfied sex-wise. You know.
Yeah, that plays a
That's
role.
it.
That's the
That's
only
it.
way I would do it.
Because
But
just
other
to
than
say,
that,
a lot of things that the girls don't talk about is that when you have a sex change, there's hairs that grow inside of the vagina.
Ew.
Really?
That's why Dr. Alter in Los Angeles, he requires for you to get electrolysis.
Wait, I'm lost.
Inside the walls.
Yeah, really?
How?
Because basically they're taking.
Oh, they're inverting you, right?
So
okay.
basically the hair will grow in and the inside will be hairy.
Oh, that
and
is
you would,
so gross.
Before.
But that's the unglamorous part of the sex change. Because a lot of girls will throw onto you, I have a sex change, blah, blah, blah.
And they won't
but
tell you that
they won't tell you that
it's-
they have a hairy
exactly.
pussy. Well, a hairy inner pussy. So that's
So when they penetrate,
it's a lot of
feel that?
maintaining. Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah, Dr. Alter.
I actually have a friend that her pussy closed because she didn't do, you know, what she was supposed
Oh,
to.
she didn't.
dilate.
Yeah, she didn't.
How did it? Ooh, don't tell me that.
No, that's
how
it.
did
They have
pussy
to
close,
keep-
girl?
So she has to go back to Thailand and get it redone.
So wait.
So how's she peeing?
I mean, she could still pee, but she cannot have sex.
How is
wow.
It can only go so far, like it'll bump into her skin. Like,
and there's no offense to any women, any trans with sex changes.
Please,
this is our experiences.
Any sex changes out there, and you happen to watch the show, let us know what it's like, because there's only
we
one.
want to learn.
I don't think that there's not one girl that will be honest with us, that will tell us everything, even if it goes wrong.
Well, I was told that from
We've
a girl
kept it honest with you, so sister dear, if you're out there, please keep it honest with us. Tell us all about it in the comments down there, you know, and stuff, and let us know. We really want to know, because I always tell myself I would get one, but only if I knew that I can, you know, have an orgasm. I knew I could be pregnant. Those two are not options.
Yeah,
so,
then I would that too.
It's important the placement of things with the operation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With everything, the clitoroplasty, the labia.
But you're getting reassigned soon, so you know this is a soon to be reassigned woman. So
you're gonna get it?
Yeah.
You already got your date?
No, not yet. I'm going to see a doctor, Dr. Jess Ting at Mount Sinai.
Have you already started therapy for it?
No, not yet. I just got to do the first consultation, then we go from there.
So let me ask you this. Now, is this sex reassignment surgery, is this something that you want, or is this something that you think that you would like to get because of the fact that it's going to make you more desirable to men?
I just want it for myself, like completion, like just my inner woman, like for myself.
Yeah, then that's good.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, I will.
No, go ahead, baby. There's some girls that get the sex change because they think that they're gonna find a man. They think that it's gonna be the answer to their problems. You know, there are girls that get it done.
I tell you this, I always tell myself every time.
If he does it, you know, he does it.
You know what I don't get when they get a sex change? They still keep coming back to the clubs where other girls are. I don't understand.
Yes, why get your?
Why don't you just go away? And
there are a couple of girls that I wonder, like, why get your sex change and then
keep coming back.
You're still the lifestyle.
It's hard to get the sex change and they're still advertising in the transsexual.
Exactly. That's one thing that kind of makes me not want to do it. You know, because there's something.
But you know why they do it? Because a lot of times they do it. They do it. Like I know for certain some of the girls that advertise on Backpage under post-op under the transsexual is because of the fact that they probably had an experience where
with a client
advertise in the female section, and then the guy gets over there and saying you're a sex change.
Well, I actually have a friend that's a sex change, and she does really good in the girl section. So I don't know about that one.
Oh, like in the movie Tangerine, when the guy was in the car with the trans girl, and he was in the car with the fish, and he thought he thought it was a trans girl, and he told her to get the car.
That's messy.
There are men that don't even.
Or imagine you having a pussy and getting clocked. You know,
it happens.
Like,
there are girls.
Right?
I know a few girls that get clocked.
Really bad. Like,
I know girls with. I know a girl who got her sex change. And every guy that she has been with leaves her for a trans girl.
Ooh,
that's horrible. You remember God Bless the Dead, Tracy Bumpus?
Yeah.
She went and got her sex change, and she was happy. Tracy Bumpus was a good. God love you, girl. Tracy Bumpus was a good friend of mine and Ashleen's.
Yeah.
And she was for me at least, she was one of the girls that really taught me the do's and don'ts and here in New York City. Because I was, like I said, I was born here, but I was raised in the South, and when I returned to New York, I was returned as a girl. So Tracy Bumpus was really there to show me, you know, the ways.
Ooh. And she actually won a settlement with MTA.
And she won a settlement.
And she died a year later.
She won a settlement with MTA, and
because the MTA officer called her a he. And,
the MTA, the man spooked her on the train at 3:30, and then so he went on the loudspeaker when all the kids was coming in and called her all types of mans, and the kids joined in, but her being smart, God bless her, she recorded it all.
Yeah, she was an advocate.
She was on YouTube?
No, this was back.
Years,
this was like 2010.
Yeah, 2010, years ago. And she ended up suing MTA for about $5 million.
Wow, you know,
and won every.
She moved to California.
Won her settlement. $5 million. She quit her job. She decided she was going to go back home to California, South Central, where she grew up, and it was really sad because about a year later, wasn't it? She committed suicide because
I knew there was some shame.
It was horrible, but there was a lot of her Facebook posts and always was saying, no matter how many pills or how many hormone shots I take, they keep spooking me. I went and got a pussy, they're still spooking me. She was insecure. It was her own insecure because she used to tell us every time. Remember how she used to tell us every time she got spooked, she would go home and take a mo shot? She would go home and take a mo shot.
But listen, no matter how beautiful you are, you cannot fool everybody.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm serious.
Yeah,
because I can agree. You know, me being 5'9", you know, I go through the same thing. Even though some people may agree,
I get close
disagree that I'm 5'10" or 5'11".
You are 5'10". I'm 5'9".
I am 5'9". I am 5'9" and a half. That is my height. I'm standing.
I'm 5'9".
You're sticking to it.
I'm 5'8".
I'm 5'9".
Yeah, but okay, so yeah, and then she committed suicide. So it was a really sad story. But we're gonna go back to these trans breakup and getting through it. How'd you get through it, Booby? Because you were the one telling us about
I'm still going through it, but I'm just trying not to think about it. You know, I'm trying to just focus.
So is that how you? So what would you tell anybody else that was going through a breakup and want to get through it?
I mean, if it's not worth it, don't stay in it. You know.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
I'm not nobody's second choice, first of all.
Right on.
Exactly. And keep
all right, bitch.
And keep telling yourself that.
Yes, ma'am.
No, yeah,
And keep saying that because sometimes you doubt yourself. Like
I
you're not
have
gonna
You have to value yourself sometimes.
Yes, ma'am. I love
know.
that. I love that. I won't go to you, girl, because I know you've been married for years and stuff. And, well, let's put it. What would you do, girl?
February, 4 years for me.
4 years.
Yeah.
What would you do, girl, if you ended up, God forbid, you broke up with my brother-in-law, girl?
I probably would cry a lot.
You'd cry?
Yeah.
How would you get over it? You probably wouldn't. It would take you a while.
Like, will you stay? Will you forgive him?
I'll forgive him, yeah.
Really?
I think because, like, I've been with him that long, like, I took the oath when I got with him, and you know what I'm saying, we fell in love that I want to be with you, you know what I'm saying, like, that's,
But what if he didn't feel the same way about you?
then if he decides to say, well, if he tells me that he doesn't want me anymore, then I'll leave.
Okay.
We'll go out.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
All right. Anybody else have a little story?
You know, I know that I went through a breakup a couple months ago, and it's so funny because of the fact that you think you're fine until you see your ex out there in public with a butch queen or another girl out in the streets, or in my case, I thought I was fine until I saw a girl pull up an Instagram with him with another T-girl, and I was, it just kind of like stabbed me here because I'm just like, we wasn't together that long, but it just kind of did something to me, like when I saw him like booed up with his babe.
With the next hoe, right?
Yeah, exactly. So,
like, it's been 2 days. You could have waited. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. I probably would have felt some type of way too if it was another girl. I'm a very jealous type of girl. Especially, I'm very jealous.
Yeah, because you'd be asking yourself, like, what did she have that I didn't have?
Right.
And then you hear stories about the fact that he treated her better than he treated you, and then
there's different variables that can happen. I understand where you're coming from. Me personally, like I said, I've always gotten over things real quickly. It takes very much to piss me off and me to hold it. So I think I probably would have gotten over it easy. I think, when I broke up with my boyfriend one time, I got over it relatively quick. I was Sagittarius, I get over things. I was like, okay, well, fuck it. Next person. If you didn't want to work it out and stuff, let's move on.
Oh boy. How'd I get through it? I had to go on to the next. I went through like a promiscuous stage where I had to fuck to get over it. I don't know if you've ever been through that. Have you ever been through that?
It's called comfort. Yeah, I know.
I had some comfort sex. I had to just try different flavors and lick different ice cream cones.
What is this, Baskin Robbins?
I had to really get out there to just get over him, and nothing felt like him. So it was sad.
How did it feel when you would see him out there with another girl or another boy?
I felt like, what he did to me, he's gonna do to her. So I had to accept that and say, he did me wrong, so he's gonna just be with her until he gets her. Because the guy I was with, he used me. Because at the time, he saw me as a marketing tool for himself. So I realized that, and the things that he did to me, he wound up doing to the next girl. And the girl was my friend, the one he left me for.
Right.
Facebook friend, everything. She
Well, no,
actually
she
removed
wasn't
me.
your friend, yeah, she
well,
wasn't
she
your friend.
she removed me off of Facebook to stay with him. And what he did to me, he did to her. So
that whole one your friend. That whole one your
but
friend.
yeah, it's a learning experience, you know.
That's how things happen.
And sometimes
in
you don't need to tell. You don't need to tell girls that the sex is good because the girl could be low key. If you're telling the girl, oh girl, his bitch was everything, and then the next girl says, well, I want some of that too. Yeah. And when they see him, bitch, they get him.
That's a nasty bitch.
But the girls do that, and you might not know about it, so it happens.
You know what? I don't put it past. I'm more of a. I don't watch the girls. I'm more of watching him because you know, the girls been through some things, so you know. I don't get mad at the girls when a couple sweet nothings getting you because, you know, we've all been taken by the sweet nothings. Mm-hmm. You know, there's master manipulators out there that can just say, and you're like, okay, baby, take all my money. Here's my credit card. Here's my house. You know?
It's true.
And so I really don't look at the girls. I get it together, don't get me wrong. I will get it together, slay you, fulfill. But
I had a situation one time with a boyfriend where one of my girlfriends was over, no one here. And the girlfriend, I had no one here. And my boyfriend was in the room with me, and my girlfriend, I was in the living room, and my girlfriend came out naked and said, oh, I left something. She wanted to show off her implants. Or whatever.
Right.
And she did it on purpose. I know she did it on purpose. She was trying to entice him. And I had to give her a talk. I felt like she thought that I was jealous. I'm like, I'm not jealous, you know.
Okay.
But it's just a respect thing. You know, why are you flaunting yourself in front of my man? So... He's not my man now, so I don't care. But still, it's a respect that we have to have towards each other.
I agree.
I just think there's certain things that I probably would have done differently if I had a bestie and a thing. If I knew my send that bitch home.
I mean,
it's time for you to go home.
Yeah, because you know. If you know you live in an environment with other girls, it's hard to be in a relationship, especially like if you have like 2 or 3 girls around. Yeah. Because how are you bringing a man around all these other girls, all these other flavors? So how do you keep that? You know.
Well, it really depends on, I believe, depends on the man.
Yeah.
Depending on what type of man where you found him, if you found Village Trade, girl, and to anybody, you know,
expected like he's,
you know, he's like, if you meet this man in the village, and to anybody who's not in New York,
have him in the village.
No, have him in the village. Leave it there.
For you LA girls, if you meet him on Santa Monica Boulevard, have him on Santa Monica Boulevard.
I say it like this. I say the ones you really want to keep are the ones that are working and are chasing you and spoiling you. And when he calls you first thing in the morning, when you hear that phone ring and then first voice that you hear, and all he wants to say is, "Hey, are you hungry? You want some breakfast?" That's the one you keep. That for real though, no shit. That's how I feel. I'm real. You know.
What if his idea of breakfast is him munching you?
Okay, well then it's time to move on to the next. Every man has a little bit of a hole in him, just like we have a little bit of a hole in it. It's all about how you go about it. Now,
others have a whole lot of holes.
Right now, if you say breakfast and then you pull 2 pieces of bread with your dick in the middle, then we're gonna have a problem. It's like, no, I was really wanting some eggs, some bacon, and you gave me dick. It's funny. But let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. The next topic we're going to be talking about is trans social media discrimination. Now, what that means, basically, the way I see it is, like, let's say you're on Badoo. I'll keep it on me. When I used to have this account called Badoo, people call it Badoo, I call it Badoo. And I usually put TS anything, when I want to just tell people who, what it is or whatnot on social media. Especially if it's like not just a Facebook, but one of those meet your husband on it social medias. So Badoo has this thing where, have y'all been erased from Badoo? Has anybody else
I have been banned 6 times.
Ooh! Oh, from Badoo.
6 times from Badoo.
Girl, I don't know what it is.
6 times from Badoo.
Is it? Well, no, it's because, okay, I have different variables. I don't really do certain things, but there are a lot of girls who do certain things on there, and they're being monitored for that, and they're getting cut off. Sometimes the guys,
as they would say, moderated,
right, which would be cut you off and erase your account.
Yes,
and
so the issue is basically Badoo or What other apps? Christian Mingle.
Christian Mingle?
Well, what are the apps? What are the apps? Plenty of Fish. You know what I mean?
Plenty of Fish.
Christian Mingle, Plenty of Fish. What other apps are there?
Listen,
Tinder.
Basically, what they're doing is they're assuming that trans women are prostitutes, and they're deleting the trans accounts. When the account says trans, TS, female,
never got deleted on Badu.
Does it say TS on it?
I think it's more about the word usage and
the way you and how you talk about and what you talk about.
You know what I'm saying? What's being projected on there.
Yeah.
So if they read because if you're a trans woman and you say, well, I'm a trans woman, I like to go, I like to go shopping, blah, blah, this, it makes it more relative. It makes it more, it's a safer space, to date or whatever in the word usage.
Some girls are just getting deleted because they're basically just trans. It says TS, transsexual. They see the word sexual, whatever.
Other pictures too,
Yeah, the pictures. They're being deleted for that reason.
And a lot of people don't realize that Badu actually monitors your messages.
Yeah, that's they do that, and sometimes not even just Badu monitors your messages. Like sometimes you can turn a guy down on one of them social medias
and report you,
and they will report you. Like it'd be, don't you hate it when ooh do boo boo the fool hit you up for no reason, and you just can't. You want to be nice, you just want to say go get yourself, go play in traffic, but you don't say stuff like that without hurting.
Or you want to tell him pay to play.
Or you can do what that bitch does and tell them, make them pay and stuff. But you can't say stuff like that, and then they can be rude and be nasty and want to report you because in their head they're the fine one, we're the needy one, and we're the nasty tranny that wants to suck the dick and get fucked. Then ooh, daddy black dick, oh please come on.
Well, you're only the nasty tranny if you allow yourself to.
Oh well, look who's been hanging out with Miss. Well, look who's been hanging out.
You were said to me.
Yeah, so look who's hanging out with Miss Gia.
So also Facebook was doing something where they were taking off your whatever name you had, like a nickname.
Right.
And they were making you put your birth name.
You can't put your it's kind of old, and we probably are kind of late for this.
But this happened, and a lot of trans women were affected by it.
Not just a lot of trans women, a lot of drag queens were offended by it.
Anyone who non-gender performing,
because they haven't had that name.
Baby LGBT, whether it's all the same, girl. It is all the same.
But it's definitely discriminative.
It is discriminative because these people are entertainers. These people were. You're looking at me.
These are people's lives. Some girls may have transitioned in 2009 and 2008. They put John. Now they're Jenny. So it's like Facebook was really messy. They changed it now, but it was still fucked up. The fact that we had to deal with that.
Well, I think they monitor those names on how, because they haven't told you to take your name, but we've all had our names changed and stuff. Yeah. But to anybody who probably hasn't had their name changed, that has a simple name, like if my name was still the name before I had it, and I would just be like Gia, I still, I don't think they would take that off. I think it's one of those crazy names that
something exotic.
Something, like
Fox Giselle.
No, because they left you on there. They haven't told you have to go by your whatever name you was assumed as. I think if your name was Pussy Hot Galore, maybe they probably would have told you. How some of these children have those nicknames like come on
Hot China.
Right, Hot China, one time for the one time, yo mama, all that, So it's like, all right, use the name that you was given and.
Watermelon Andrea. Too hot for you.
Hey, Raven. So
wait, now with that whole thing happening, didn't Facebook allow more genders? You can be female, male, non-conforming. Did they add that? Was that Facebook?
No, I don't think Facebook.
Who added that?
I think
got that liberal.
I thought that Facebook was the one that added all the genders.
He's busy having babies.
Oh,
who busy having babies?
The owner of Facebook,
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah. All right, he's too busy having. All right, you better breathe, baby.
Well, it's just a good conversation to say that there's more than just male, female. There's so much more than that. Not everything is black and white. There's so many other colors and different people in the world. So
So
don't you think that's kind of weird that America's the only place in like the world where they ask you your race?
Yeah.
Like in anything that you do. Have you guys noticed? They ask you they ask you your gender and they ask you your race. Whenever you go fill out an application, it could be for a car, it could be for an apartment, it could be to buy some razors at the store. Whatever you fill out an application for, they're gonna ask you for your race and your gender.
What race are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Me, I'm Puerto Rican and Cuban.
Oh, okay.
Okay, with a little bit of country in me. What about you?
Oh, I'm Mexican.
You Mexican?
Yes.
All right.
What about you?
My mother is Puerto Rican and my father is Filipino and black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a mix.
Yeah. What about you, Fox?
I'm a nigga.
From African descent.
African American. I'm a nigga.
What about you, Grace?
No, I'm just black African American.
She's just black African American. Well, and our last topic before we go ahead and kick off this Love Fest is we're going to go ahead and talk about transphobia in the life and out of the life. You know, because there are a lot, even gay, I've met a couple gay guys that say they are afraid of transgendered people. I don't understand why. But has anybody, you know, experienced or seen and known anybody that gone through transphobia and stuff?
Be afraid of what? Like, we're human. You know what I'm saying?
Speak up, honey.
We're human. Like, you know, what is there to be afraid of? Like, you know, I don't like that when they say that. You know.
Well, get it off your tits. Tell the people how you feel. You don't like it. Why?
I don't like it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're human beings. Like, you know, we have the right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
don't make us feel like, you know, we're less than. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
That's true.
What about you, girl?
You could be scared of another girl too, another T-girl. Like what they're gonna think about you.
What do you mean,
or, you know? Because
You
before
feel
you
like
guys
you
got
get
here,
transphobia
yeah,
to
with
the
girls, yes.
Really?
Yeah, because before you guys got here, I was kind of nervous. I was
Really?
like, oh my
Why?
God, some more girls. So
I thought
I
She
didn't know
said
how
she
they
wanted a double, honey.
Yes, I was like, let me get a little cocktail because you know.
She wanted a big
Because
cocktail.
we're very critical, honestly.
You've had bad
yeah.
experiences with
Yes.
trans women?
Huh?
You've had bad experiences with the girls?
No, but well, in LA we're very critical, like you know,
Yeah, 'cause
they're very shady and
yeah, like you have to look a
very
certain way, or you have to be, you know.
So let me ask you a question, because I heard, you know, I heard about LA real quick about, let me ask you a question. Is it true that they have, that the Hispanic girls hang out with the Hispanic girls, the black girls hang out with the black girls, and it's, you know.
When I was growing up, like when I was 14, 15, until 17, all my friends were black. And now all my friends are mostly, you know, the
Hispanic,
Mexican
right.
girls.
Right.
But I still have
I mean,
black
her
friends.
trans mother is black.
So I just really, yeah. So I don't think it's, and it has nothing to do with the race.
Okay.
It's just how you feel more comfortable with, you know.
All right.
So.
Okay. What about you, Miss Ashley?
What, transphobia? I've had guys that like, they think that, you know, I'm gonna wanna have with them, just, you know, little things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Miss Fox?
I really have not, I haven't experienced any transphobia that comes to mind that has been that significant in my life to where it has been, you know, a part of my life to where it has caused me to like come to a standstill. So I can honestly say that the transphobia has not been that much of an issue for me.
I mean, like,
I've dealt with problems with gay men. Gay men, they can't take me. I don't know if that's gonna sound bad, but I'm gonna be honest. You know,
I don't know why.
Yeah, they can't.
You've dealt with that too, Sam?
Yeah, they don't. Oh, lesbians. They don't like us at all.
Oh yeah,
I can't take the lesbians.
Yeah,
the lesbians,
why?
yeah.
Okay, so basically, it's basically, let's talk about LGBT because there is no LGBT. That is not definitely, that word should not even be together.
What,
it's
LGBT?
The lesbian, gay, trans, bisexual, it's a divide in the community.
It is.
There's no
It's
unity.
vampire and werewolves.
Yeah, it's like that. I have gay
Which one are we,
guys
girl?
that, you know, get some, this is not all, I'm not trying to start a war.
To them.
Right.
To some, but there are some gay men who are fighting the woman inside of them, and when they see a trans woman, they get upset and jealous because it's the life that they want to live, but they can't live
I think,
it.
yeah, I
they
think,
don't have the courage. And the
Yeah.
I think you're right, yeah, I think you're
And
right.
they take it out
For
sometimes on the trade too.
for some people, I think people are just, some people, there's variables.
Yeah, some. We're not saying all. I'm not saying all gay men. I have gay friends
Right.
all everywhere.
Some gay guys are just.
It's just, but there are some that are truly transgender inside. I think that like maybe 50% of gay men are transgender inside their head. They identify as women. They just don't live as a woman. If you would ask a gay man, would he have been born a woman? He would probably say yes.
Because he vicariously, because a lot of the gay men vicariously live through their idols like Beyonce. You know, that's why they live for Beyonce. That's why they live for girls like, you know, in the Spanish community.
I think those are just the gay guys. I don't.
Yeah, but they live for them because they can see themselves being them.
They wish they were.
They are Beyonce.
Internally, like they wish they.
They are Beyonce. That's what they are.
I know some gay boys that will cut you over saying something.
Right, but I think it's more of a being a super fan. I'm not gonna lie. If Beyonce walked in right here, I'd probably lose my shit too.
Yeah, because you're a woman. You're a trans woman.
Really?
You're living as a cunt.
I wouldn't be.
They want to be a cunt, so then they look at Beyonce, you know, baby boy, and then they see that's dumb.
See what type of lace front she's wearing.
Who? Beyonce? Okay, yes. They still her makeup.
What up, Beyonce?
Hey, Beyonce, if you're ever in the New York area and you want to sit down with Tea Time with the girls, please come sit with us. We would love to talk to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is she gonna sit on?
Well, she could sit. Maybe she could sit on me, honey. Please, by all means.
Well, it's definitely a divide.
Sit on my lap, baby.
It's a big divide, and it's like, and with lesbian women, I don't understand. Like, you want to be a woman, like you want to be with women or men. Like, I don't want you to choose, but don't be mad at me. I'm living my life.
Or when they dress like guys and they talk about
you know,
like this, you know.
Yeah, I had a butch, let's call her a butch bitch. I had a fucking butch bitch spook me at the veterinarian office. I want to tell the story. She spooked my tea. I'm like, bitch, you fucking G.I. Jane looking bitch. How dare you? You want to fucking spook me? And I'm like, I came here to get my my dog checked out. I didn't care about, you know, what you want to address me as and be shady and stuff. But it's a divide. It's a divide because at the end of the day, we have surgeries that can make us 100% female.
They can.
We can have sex changes.
Yeah.
A lot of
they have those for them.
But there's even butch lesbians that hate on trans men. So that's another conversation right there. But there's a divide in that community also.
I think
because they're jealous of the trans men because they're walking around with double D's and trans men are getting the surgeries to remove their breasts.
Yeah.
So they're upset because they're walking around big heavy tits, Queen Latifah, and you know
she got them reducted.
No, I'm saying looking like
she got them
looking like, you know,
she didn't take them all
set
the
it
way
off.
but she got them smaller.
But look like an obvious lesbian butch, and then there's trans men that have progressed. Have you seen trans men these days? They look like men.
Oh my God, stop it.
So the lesbian butches.
Shout out to all the trans men.
Yeah.
We're sending you an invitation to come on to Tea Time with the girls, honey.
Yeah, so basically it's a huge divide in the community, and the only way we can get through it is having conversations. I have nothing against gay men, lesbians, anything. I live my life, you live your life. But if you can't take me, that's your problem.
At least respect me.
You know what really, okay, well you know what really
Well, if they don't respect themselves, then how could they respect anyone else?
True.
Well, you know what really works my nerves sometimes with the have you ever met a straight guy that is best friends that is gonna call you out and talk all that shit, faggot this, botsy boy that, him, her, whatever the hell.
His best friend is a stud.
Is the stud, and it pisses me like, you know that's not a dude, right?
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, butch lesbians are more
acceptable.
Yeah, than trans women or trans men.
Which is really, really funny to me, because it's like, yeah, I don't see it's the same thing.
It's a different dynamic.
It's not, it's the same thing.
To them, it's a different dynamic.
Yeah.
They can accept two women being feminine and being, you know, with each other.
But this girl is not being feminine. This girl is actually strapping a dildo on and wants to help you run the train on the bitch.
In his mind, that's still a female to him.
Yeah. Yeah. It's flattery to them. It's flattery.
Y'all men are weird. Well, I think that's it for today, you guys. I think we've given you some juice. We've given you entertainment. We've given you red. And once again, I am Gia Man Made, Miss Maid, the mouth of the South, as you want to call it. So, you come see us next time at Tea Time with the girls.
I'm Ashley, as always. Happy New Year and happy Merry Christmas. So if you girls are watching this by then, and yeah, see you next year. We're gonna have a lot of stuff coming up in 2016, right, Fonz?
Yes, that is correct. We're gonna be bringing you more material, more things that you guys can relate to. And I just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to all of you guys, and you know, hopefully you had a happy Thanksgiving, or in some of our world's happy Thoughts-giving.
Yeah, this is the season to be thoughty.
Yes.
Salvador. Happy holidays, Mom. Best selves.
The Lady Grace.
Look at you
Happy
that.
holidays.
Thank you for joining us, you guys. And remember, if you can't be real,
Be
at
real
least with
with
yourself.
It is tea time with the girls.
Let's take it up a notch.